What we got here is some AC Flush and Clean. AC Pro is the best brand if anybody's ever looking for it. But we're gonna fill it up here, and then we got a little adapter here. It hooks up to air, so it's got a little tube that goes in the bottle. We hook it up to air. We're actually gonna blow this through the system and flush out the lines and flush out the evaporator. So this truck here, this F250, got what we call Black Death. So here's actually the new expansion valve, which we're about to be installing. Here's the old expansion valve. And we've already kind of cleaned it out, but if you look inside of there, you can see black debris. So when we opened up the lines, there was a lot of black debris in there as well as in the compressor. So what was going on, this is the AC compressor, okay? And the AC compressor was absolutely hammering on this truck, on this F250. And it was falling apart from the inside, deteriorating from the inside. So the metal components were knocking together, causing metal pieces, debris, to be shot through the system. So anyway, when that happens, you really got to do it all. You got to do the compressor, the whole kit. The compressor, you have to do a new condenser, this is going to be the condenser. That's going to be getting replaced as well. It's got to do a new condenser, new dryer, accumulator dryer, which is actually on the side of this condenser, so it's going to be replaced. And then you have to flush out the system, especially the evaporator behind the firewall, and you have to flush out all the lines. So that's what happens when you get what's called liquid black death into your AC system. So we're going to replace the condenser, replace the accumulator, replace that expansion valve. Going to put a brand new compressor in it, which is down in this box here. And then once we get it all flushed out, we're going to be able to put it back together, and AC is going to be working. So we knew about this because the AC wasn't keeping up, wasn't blowing as cold as before, and the compressor was extremely noisy. So my technician, just because of experience, knew that this particular truck had issues, and that with the compressor sounding the way that it did, more than likely it did have black death. So we warned the customer, told him worst case, which was doing everything that we're doing, and then got to work. Well, sure enough, he was correct. It did have liquid black death, so here we are. Here he is, flushing out the AC system. Okay. He actually found a little trick here. If you just take out the firewall here, the whole firewall, you have that, or fender well, sorry. You actually have access to the compressor, and you got access to the evaporator as well. And make the job a little bit easier. So yeah, you can see there he's flushing it all out, and you can see all the nasty stuff that's coming out of that AC system from him flashing it. So this is actually what he removed right here. That's what I was trying to say, the wheel fender lining. But once he got that removed, he had access to the expansion valve, which sits at the back by the evaporator, which is where he's flushing it out, way back there. And then you also have the compressor right here. That's another one for today. Liquid black death in the truck. And a little tip on how to get to both bolts a little bit easier instead of removing all this stuff underneath the battery and the coolant fluid tank and everything else. This one over here is just getting evac and recharge, so not too big of a deal here. Just got to fill it up, add some dye, and we can check and see where that leak is coming from later on. That compressor's still okay. Also got this Jaguar in the shop today. This thing's clean. It's only the V6, but still supercharged. Still pretty badass. Rear tires are smoked, so replacing those. Look at those big old wide tires. 295/30. It's a low profile Pirelli. 295/30 20s. Nice rims on it. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. F-type. Been a busy day. I was going to give you guys more updates. We got shocks and struts that were replaced earlier on a van. It's been hammered. I haven't been able to give too many updates, but that truck is a common issue and something that people might want to know about. So I figured I'd show. All right, guys, that's shop adventures for the day. Thanks for watching. Over and out.